This is Irontrader, and this is midday trading. So I want to take a look here at crude oil, natural gas. But first of all, I want to take a look here at Tesla, TSLA. Now the earnings are coming up here on Wednesday after the close. So let's just take a look at the old chart. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy selling stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Tesla, your daily and your weekly chart. Now, the earnings are coming out here on the 23rd here after the close. Now, remember, they when they advertised there for the deliveries, they missed the delivery number. That robo-taxi and that there, maybe 26, 27. I mean, if it's anything like that Cybertruck, I don't know. But again, they have a good AI situation going on there. So let's just see how this is all going to shake out. So you can see here we put in 264.86. We had that 271, almost like a double top situation, came right on down, and then we just gapped right on down here. Okay, so this is, I think it was after that robo-taxi deal. That just didn't work out here because you actually eventually you gotta produce something. Okay, so here let's just look at the downside here first. Okay, so what we're looking at here is your key level is going to be right there. Is going to be this 213.74. That's going to be very, very key. Okay, so if that is lost here, then what we can do is we'll come over here to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 210.51, and then we can just venture right on down here. Okay, you got 209.64. What do we got here? You got 207.03. We have 205.97, and then your big boy right here is going to be this 201.50 level. Okay, right going on right there. That's going to be very, very key. Okay, so let's take a look at the upside. Well, the upside, well, right there is the old Hondo 219.15. You need to close above, but then we have right above that is we have this 8 SMA sitting at 222.12, 13 level. Okay, so this is going to be very, very tough because we have this sideways action. I don't think anybody's expecting any kind of a big numbers here, but again, it can surprise you and it can rip right on up here. So okay, so this is why I want to trade the charts. So just watch that 222.12. If we get above that, then we have this nice 50-day at 227.76. Okay. Now, if we look at the top of this candle here, you got 224.26. There's your gap. And then we'll look to the bottom of this candle right here. This is 232.34. There's your fill. Okay. So if you can get above this 8-day and get above that 50-day, then we're going to be looking for this gap fill here at 232.34. And then if you just keep rolling right on up here, you got that 239.93, which is your 21 SMA here. Okay. Then you can just work yourself right on up here. But again, you got to get above this 8-day, that 50-day, that gap fill, and then that 20-day before we can start notching up towards that level there. So when we look at a weekly chart here, okay, let's just pull this up. It's really not a bad looking chart because what you have is you got a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and we're hugging right around this 21 simple moving average here, right around that 219.06. Okay, so really, and a weekly shake, it isn't really that bad here, but you can see this double top situation, and then she came right on down here. That was that week of that not that Cybertruck, but that robo-taxi, and then we just go in sideways action here. Okay, so if we can hold that key level there, that 219.06, then you have targets up here at that 230.86, which would be, right above this 50-day and probably right before that gap fill there, right there, okay? So that's what you'd be looking for. And then we have this 236.23. That'd be your 200 SMA here, and that'd be just before we hit that 21-day here. So you have a lot of resistance. So if this thing happens to move up right now, just watch that 8-day, watch that 50-day. If you get above that, look at that gap fill, and then look at that 21-day, okay? As long as it holds it here, we can watch that 8-day, and then you have a nice big target up there at that 200-day. But let's just see how this all shakes out. But really on the weekly here, this is looking actually good with that series of higher low situation. We got to see how this is going to be all shaken out. Now your 8 days flattening out here very, very nicely. It looks like your 21 days flattening out here. So we could actually just get a sideways action. We got to see how this is all going to shake out here. But again, on the downside, just watch this key level right here. That's that 213.74 level. Okay, bottom line, if that's lost, then we're going to do is we're going to look right over here to your 50-day and your 100-day at 207.12, and then we have your 201.50. Now, there is always this micro support here that comes into play here, but these are your big support, that 201.50, that 207.12. That's going to be next here. But again, you have to lose, on a closing basis, that 213.74. Now, again, this is also, really good trader. Today you got as low as 215.72, and you got as high as 220.48 there, okay? Now, I didn't get everything out of that, but I still got 2.5 points I scalped out of this. So this is actually a good trader because it has big, wet and wild swings. Okay, so that's what you always want to do if you're a trader. Okay, now if you're a buy and hold kind of guy, you really, I don't know, you got to wait for something here to some kind of a catalyst that wants to take this higher. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now you can see here today, it's pretty much about nothing burger, okay? We have what they call an inside day. High and low is the inside of Friday's high and low. So that's what we're trading against is Friday's candle, okay? So look at the downside there. What we're looking for is 68.17. That's what we're looking for on the downside, okay? So as long as you hold that, you're good. You can go sideways to up, okay? If not, then you just look to the right to the left of the chart here. Follows down 67.57. Look to the bottom of these candles, 67.06, 66.95, and then you have that nice retest down here, 66.33 and 65.27. Okay, upside, well, just look at Friday's high. Okay, so you got 70.67, and it would come right up to this bad boy here, 71.11, and then we start running into your big resistance levels. You got 71.68, which is your 21-day. You have 71.77, which is your 8-day, and then we have your 50-day above that at 72.18. Now, Israel came in over the weekend, and they say they definitely are going to retaliate against Iran. They're just kind of figuring out exactly what you're going to do. But again, if you hit any kind of an oil facility, this won't mean nothing. This can spike right up to that 78.46 and not even higher in an instant, okay? But again, if it does that, that would be a good shorting opportunity to take it down because those kind of plays never really just last, okay? So always remember that. So this was that war hurricane premium, and it's been coming down here ever since, okay? So upside, basically just watch Friday's candle. Watch that high, that 70.67. If you can get above that, your big target, 71.67, right there, your 8-day, 71.77, and your 50-day. You lose that, okay, that 68.17, right there's your target, 66.33, 65.27. Very, very simple. Okay, now your weekly chart, you can see where you had that big ass red candle coming all the way on down here last week. And this is what we have today. We're just sitting there right there. Not really doing a whole lot here, but on the upside, you want to watch that 8-day. That's at 74 level, which would be just before these simple moving averages right here, okay? If that can rally up here, then you can get to your 75.13, but then again, you have to get all above all of this, and then you can hit that 75.51, 75.13 here first. But see how these simple moving average, your price now is below everything, and this is like all on the downside. Very, very bullish. I mean, bearish, I should say. Very, very bearish. Sorry about that. But what you have is that the world is pretty much well supplied. This is just dealing on a war situation. If you didn't have that war situation going on, and I can tell you right now, this here would probably be down about $60. Okay, you wouldn't even be holding on to this. But that's all that's happening here right now. So just remember that. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, natural gas here, we have an hourly chart, we have a 4-hour chart, we'll look at a daily there next. Now you can see here, we're just stair-stepping all the way on down here until we can find a bottom. Okay, so right now we just have not found a bottom here yet. So we got it as low as 2.21 here, and now she was trying to rally up here. The problem is if we can break above this price channel, see that 235, and you can break above that 237, then what we can do is then we can just start using all these levels here for your resistance. Okay, so then this is what you got right there. You're going to have that 237 flat, and then we're going to come right above there. Okay, you got 2.41, then we just bring it right across here. Okay, you got 2.49, and then we come right across here is you got 2.55, and just keep layering it right on up here. That's the beauty of when you use these blue lines here. These are price channels. Now you know where you got where your support is, but it leaves where your resistance is once it keeps right on going up here. Very, very nicely. Now, when you look at a 4-hour chart here, okay, you can see the same thing as you're coming all the way on down. Now, again, I always point out that 8 SMA. See if you can rally up toward the 8S, and it can't, and fighting it the whole way. If you can break through, where do you go? Right to the 21-day. Where did the price go? Right to that 21 SMA. Okay, but you got to crack above that. Once you start cracking above that, then you can just start hitting all these levels here. Okay, see all these price channels? Okay, boom, 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 until you start hitting all the way up here at that 2.49 level, and then possibly here that 2.52 level. Okay, so a 1 hour chart and a 4-hour chart, it kind of spreads it out like over time. But when you see a pattern like this here, like on both of these here, where you're stair-stepping all the way down, this is a short situation until you can start reclaiming. But then once you start reclaiming, then you're stepping up again. You're not stepping down. Okay, let's take a look here now at a daily chart. Okay, here we have Natty. Now you can see here we set that low in at 2.21 level here. So all you have to do is just look right across on the chart here. What do you have right there? Okay, what do you got? 2.21. Okay, this is no surprise. That's where it came. Now again, if that's lost here, then what we do is we go to the next level here. Okay, what do we have? Okay, you got 2.17. Just look to the top of the candle. Then you just follow this. Okay, what do you got? 2.14. Then we have here is 2.12. Then we'll come over here. You got 2.07, and then we come all the way down here to the gap fill at 2.02, and then we have this. The fill exactly is 1.97. Okay, so everything you need to know for support levels is just basically sitting right here. All you got to do is look at the high, the low, and the closing on the candles. Very, very easy. Now, you can see where it made a lower low, but it popped up here, and now we're above this key 200-day, 2.24. That's awesome. Okay, so that's what you want to see is the price back up there. Okay, so it needs to hold that on a closing basis. That's the key. Now, what the next level here on the upside is, if it keeps on running, is we're going to look at today's high. Okay, I mean Friday's high, I should say, is at that 2.37, and then we can start running into strong resistance here. Okay, so you're looking at that 2.39 level there. You were looking at next here, you're looking at 2.41, and then we have that 8 SMA here at 2.44 level. Okay, now again, this doesn't really have anything. This has something to do with the hurricane situation, but nothing with the war premium. That was just a crude oil kind of a situation here. Okay, so this is what we got rolling here. So once we start getting above Friday's high, that 237, then we're going to start running into some heavy traffic here with all these key simple moving averages. Now, the price realistically can, if it can get above the 50-day, 100-day, but you got to get above that 8 SMA here to change the pattern. Okay, right now we got a downtrending pattern. You want to switch that here, like we have here, and get that price above that 8-day. Then we can run right on up here. But for me, it's a scalping situation kind of deal. Now, I scalped the UNG there today. And what did I get out of that? I scalped it in pre-market there. Yeah, okay. I got 25 cents so far out of UNG. I'm trading 5,000 shares. Now, I'm not doing anything on a KOLD, even though it came down a little bit here. It moved right back up above that 200-day. And you got to figure, we lost that 21-day to 100 to 50-day. Now we're back here. This could be a nice turnaround for this situation here because we're not oversold, but we're getting right into that area. Okay, so that's the key. Your green below your red here, that is still very bearish. But let's just see if that can roll right back up here again and get, above all these key simple moving averages. Okay, so right now what I'm watching is I'm just watching Friday's high, okay, to see how that is. And then what is the reaction when you get to that 50-day? If you get above that 100-day, and then if you get back, what is the key reaction when you hit that 8 simple moving average? Okay, downside, you basically just watch that 2.21, and then we just follow the candles here until we get that gap and that fill, and possibly even lower. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after pit close. We'll take a look at crude oil, natural gas, and then we throw something else in your mix. Thanks for watching.